everyone. This is Philip John Paja presenting to you the study of Group 3. Our study is entitled The Impact of Ecological Services Towards the Human and the Environment, and how thus ecological services affect to human, and how thus ecological services affect to the environment. And now, we have different ecological services towards the environment. First is the regulating services. Second is the cultural services. Third one is the supporting services. And last and very obvious to the environment is the provisioning services. Let us know and discover the ecological services towards the impact of human and the environment.
The impact of ecological services towards human and the environment. A research project presented to the Institute of Education Edison Molina in partial fulfillment of the requirements for the course Gillette 1 People in the Earth's Ecosystem. Introduction. In this study, researchers conduct an interview or survey to determine the satisfaction of the community in the ecological services. Ecological services are the many and varied benefits that humans freely gain from the natural environment and from properly functioning ecosystems. Without it, there would be no life. It provides the food we eat and the materials we use in our daily living, such as shelter and fuel. And it also ensures the quality of the air we breathe and the water we drink. Recently, there is a decline of the environment of the quality because of the loss of biodiversity and environmental contamination combined with social, economic, political, and cultural factors threatening health and well-being of people. The positive impacts on ecosystem services is that agriculture provides habitat to wild species and creates aesthetic landscapes. Forests helps maintain healthy aquatic ecosystems and provide reliable sources of clean water. Animal excreta can be an important source of nutrients, seed dispersal, and can maintain soil fertility in grazed grasslands. Sustainable and integrated aquaculture can enhance the mangrove functionality of flood protection. Human activity is impairing and destroying ecosystem services, destruction of natural habitats, and the subsequent invasion of non-native species, overfishing of marine resources, species engagement, and extinction. Populations are unstable. There are species are extinct, degradation of farmland via unstable practices, modification of land and waterways, over-harvesting of renewable resources like in fisheries and forestry, rapid and unsustainable population growth, technologies and institutions which generate the consumables. Ecological services contains of four types of services. First, the provisioning services. These are the products obtained from ecosystems such as food, fresh water, wood, fiber, genetic resources, and medicines. Second, the regulating services. These are defined as the benefits obtained from the regulation of ecosystems, processes such as climate regulation, natural hazard regulation, and water purification, and also waste management, pollination, or pest control. Third, cultural services. It includes non-material benefits that people obtain from ecosystems, such as spiritual enrichment, intellectual development, recreation, and aesthetic values. Supporting services or the last services. These are services that are necessary for the production of all the other ecosystem services. Some examples include biomass production, production of atmospheric oxygen, soil formation and retention, nutrient cycling, water recycling, and provisioning of habitat. Next is the data collection. The research method used in gathering data is questionnaire. These questions aim to know about the impact of ecological services towards human and the environment. The questionnaire is distributed at the Panaba City to know how the ecological services were applied in the area. Also, to know how it affects the people and the environment in Panaba City, specifically in Southern Davao. The results of the questionnaire. 30 copies of the questionnaire for regulating, cultural, and provisioning services, and 50 copies of questionnaire for supporting services given out were successfully completed and returned. The questionnaire is distributed at the specific area in Panabo City, and below is the result of the questionnaire. Data analysis and discussion. After the data was collected, it was organized and analyzed. Data was analyzed by using descriptive statistics. Frequency tables were drawn, and from these the data was presented in pie diagrams and bar graphs. The open-ended questions were analyzed through quantitative content analysis by the researcher with the aim of quantifying emerging characteristics and concepts. First is the regulating services. So as you can see, question number 2 has the highest number, stated about experiencing diarrhea and amoeba due to drinking water from the faucet or tap water. Out of 30, 23 people state that they never experienced it, but 7 people state they experienced it. This means that there are 23.3% experience amoeba and diarrhea. On the positive side, 76.6% of people don't experience it. The lowest rating is question number 5, a question about the action of drainage system to prevent flood. Out of 30 respondents, there is 1 who answers seldom and 1 person answered never. This means that there is still 6.6% remaining area in Panabo City who don't take action about drainage system. Second is the provisioning services. As you can see, question number 4 and 5 gets the highest percentage, that is equivalent to 63.3%. Questions were stated as, do your needs are still available in the market, such as food species, and are you satisfied for the tap water drinking consumption? Always and seldom was the highest result. It gives an idea that people's needs are still available in the market, which proves that they were very satisfied for that. On the other hand, they were not so satisfied from tap water for the drinking consumption, since it's indicated as seldom. Number 3 question gets the lowest rating, which means that they were unsatisfied about using or buying traditional products such as amakan and cocoa lumber. Third is the cultural services. The question that gets the highest percentage, that is equivalent to 53.3%, is the question number 3, which stated, do you participate or attend any cultural services or activities in your local area? For example, festival, kadayawan, and this means that most of the respondents are not so satisfied in participating and attending any spiritual or cultural activities in their local area. The question that gets the lowest percentage, that is equivalent to 33%, is the question number 5, which stated, I do walking, exercise, and playing sports in green area. This denotes that the respondents are unsatisfied in doing physical activities such as walking and playing sports in green area. Lastly, the supporting services. The question number 3 gets the highest rating, that is equivalent to 58%, which stated soil is fertile enough for the plants to bear more fruits. This means that they were not so satisfied about soil is fertile enough for the plants to bear more fruits. Question number 4 gets the lowest percentage, that is equivalent to 2%, which stated plants in your area get easily dried up too much heat. This gives an idea that there is only one person in their area who is unsatisfied that the plants in their area get easily dried up due to too much heat. So discussing the last part for discussion, why does the researchers choose this kind of questions? For the supporting services, the researchers chose this kind of questions because these questions were based on the supporting services that the economy gives. For cultural services, the researchers want to know if people gives value to the non-material things that ecosystem gives. And for the provisioning services, the researchers want to know if there were still people who uses medicines as cure to their illnesses. And lastly, the regulating services. The researchers uses these questions in order to determine how does regulating services from the economy give satisfaction to their daily living. Next is the conclusion. This gives an idea that the connection of ecological services into human is so great that if ecological services perish, people won't survive. This also gives a reminder to everyone how important our ecosystem is. Human beings are part of ecosystems as well as manipulators of ecosystems. As such, we are dependent on, as well as responsible for, the ecological health of the ecosystems we inhabit as the result of our study, the impacts associated with the four ecological services towards human in the environment. Firstly, in the regulating services, it concludes that the highest number of experiencing the category of services in water quality maintenance, the 76.6% about the problem of the diarrhea and amoeba due to drinking water from the faucet or tap water results that they don't experience those water diseases. In addition, only 23.3% experience this kind of problem. Subsequently, about the regulation of water flows, it's all about the drainage system that present in the local area. And out of 30 respondents, there is only one. This means approximately 6.6% remaining area in Panabo City who don't take action about drainage system. Secondly, about the provisioning services. It is the most obvious of all ecosystem services. The researchers sum up the problem about food products and clean water category. The percentage results in equivalent to 63.3%, and it gives an idea that people's needs are still available in the market, which proves that they were very satisfied for that. In the other manner, the clean water they consume, they are not so satisfied from tap water for drinking consumption. However, the problem about fibers when it regards to traditional product got the lowest point of average, and this means that they are unsatisfied using amakan and cocoa lumber. Thirdly, about the cultural services comprise non-material benefits people obtain from ecosystems. As a result, the cultural diversity issue gets the highest percentage, that is equivalent to 53.3%. This means that mostly they are not so satisfied in participating and attending any spiritual or cultural activities in their local area. While the 33% is the lowest percentage in general, the category in recreation and ecotourism, which they do walking and playing sports in green area, This denotes that the respondents are unsatisfied in doing physical activities such as walking and playing sports in green area. Finally, the supporting services are those necessary for the production of all ecosystem services. In general, a result, the soil formation category, the highest rating is equivalent to 58%. It emphasizes that the soil is fertile enough for the plants to bear more fruits. This means that they were not so satisfied about soil is fertile enough for the plants to bear more fruits. In the other hand, the lowest percentage category of nutrient cycling, equivalent to 2%, which stated that the plants in your area get easily dried up to too much heat. This gives an idea that there is only one person in the area who is unsatisfied that the plants in their area gets easily dried up due to too much heat. An old famous proverb says, "You'll reap what you sow," means as a human must eventually face the consequences of our actions. Today, the ecosystem services could still provide and sustain the daily needs of humans. Due to this research, this widens our views that there will be a day that ecological services can sustain the needs of people. So, we must take actions even in a simple thing. At least it contributed the ecosystem in a little ways. Next is the recommendation. The recommendation of this research project, usab-usab research ka dyan. Research. Yun na, so itong gisulot ni Philip nga final quote daw. Usab, recommendation. Next is the recommendation. The recommendation of this research project is intended to, first, to the local government unit or to the LGU. The researchers will suggest to the LGU because they have the power and to give a support in the following: improving awareness for the clean water and water preservation. It might have been a small percent who experience amoeba and diarrhea, but still given that there are still 23.3% person who experience it, and many people in our locality who are not satisfied in the tap water drinking supply. Creating drainage system for a specific barangay. Since there are 6.6% people who state that there is no action in their drainage system. Creating drainage system for a specific barangay who have little action in it. Physical activities program. This physical activities program could be held for a festival to encourage everyone to attend the cultural services such as Zumba or Liga of Basketball. Project and management of soil health and fertility. With this project, it could help some farmers and people to use soil fertile in an effective way to have enough food production and satisfy their needs. To the constituents in Panabo City, they are the researchers' respondents, and the researchers recommend that they should take good care of the services that offer by ecological services in general. It also serves awareness on them on how to improve more their community and improve people's lives. And to the future researchers, this proposal serves as a basis for the upcoming researchers, and it will serve to suggest more effective and efficient way on how to take good care of the environment. Next is the references. Here's now our references. These are the following websites we get from the internet. So to end with the quote that says, environment needs human and human needs the environment. Once again, we are the Group 3 presenting the impact of the ecological services towards human and the environment. That could be all, and thank you.